Hi, welcome to the cabin. I'm up here for 3 days this week to get a little bit of work done. It's fall, the ferns are turning brown. There's not a lot of color in the trees yet. So on my way up I stopped the box store and I got some of this all-purpose stone. I'm going to put this in front of the house where the sand is. As you can see, half of the front lawn is sand, which is a good thing in a way because it helps for drainage around the foundation. But the bad thing is I track it into the house every time I walk by. So the plan is to put the gravel down on the right next to the rocks there. I have some landscape fabric that I can put down underneath. So that'll be the project for today. This is a leftover piece of landscape fabric that was used under my driveway. So I'm going to cut this into 2-foot strips and place it underneath the stone that I put down. This is coming out pretty nice. I think I've got just enough bags of stone to cover this, at least for the time being. I just wish the stone had been washed. It's got a lot of dirt in it. So after a couple rains it'll clean up. This is my finished stone walkway for today. Next trip I'll grab a couple more bags and extend it to cover that sand at the beginning, but this should work well. I wasn't too worried about coverage because I figure as I walk on it, it's going to spread out, cover the edges anyway. This is a big day. I am finally running my electrical system off the golf cart batteries instead of that deep cycle marine battery that I've been using for the past 3 or 4 years. So these black wires here run to the 12-volt system that I just hooked up today. I swaged these connectors on the end. So just fired it up and everything's working. Yeah, I know. I have to put a legitimate real connector on the end of both of these wires, but I'll get to that. But the main thing is it's working. I've got this configured for 12 volts right now because I'm only using the one panel. When I go to 2 panels, I've got to go reconfigure the batteries to 24 volts. And at that point I have to start using my transformer, step-down transformer in the basement. So I can step down from 24 to 12 volts. But this is great because this is about 4 times the battery capacity that I had. And it's wired right into the panel, so I don't have to carry batteries out anymore. So the temperature's down to 56 inside right now, so I think I'll start a fire. This is the first fire of the season. Last trip up I cleaned out the stovepipe, and this afternoon I cleaned out the ashtray and brushed up around the stove a bit. So it's supposed to go down to 48 tonight outside, so see if I can keep it a little bit warmer in here. get better draft with that door closed a little bit. It's going now. It's a nice day today, so I think I'll cut some more firewood. Those logs over in the distance there. I didn't like where that big log was on the pile, so I rolled it down the hill. It's safer to cut it on the flat. There's a lot of moss on that hillside, so I don't need to slip and fall. The fresh cut pieces there in the pile are what I cut from that one log today. So all needs to be split, but that's a job for cooler weather. It's 70 degrees here today on the 5th of October. It's still pretty warm. So my next project is try and fashion a sawbuck together. Here's my sawbuck that I just made. The legs are from dunnage that came when various pieces of wood were delivered, and the cross pieces are from a pallet. So, except for the cost of the screws, this thing cost me absolutely nothing. So let's see if it works now. Okay, let's give this a try. So I just finished polyurethaning 8 tongue groove boards. So they're set up there to dry. And those will go for the west wall on the inside. So that'll do it for this trip. I gotta pack up now and head home. So if you enjoyed what you saw, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Be safe out there.